Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time being here, welcome. This is the second video in a series where I'm updating you on my journey doing 75 soft. If you don't know what that is and you want to see the other videos that I've done on this so far, you can go and check them out. But this week I'll be giving you an update on my second week of doing 75 soft. This video is going to be a little bit different than my first week update, because I think that going day by day of what I ate is a little bit boring, especially for this week. I eat a lot of the same things every day, and I'm sure you don't really care to hear about it, so I'm not going to bore you with it. But I'll still give you some highlights of things that I ate, and I'll tell you about all the workouts I did and still go through all that different kind of stuff. So let's get into it. So we left off last time by finishing Saturday. So on Sunday, I went to a St. Patrick's Day parade with some friends, and this took place in the morning, but you know, St. Patrick's Day is like always like a kind of drinking holiday. So I went with my friends. I had a couple drinks in the morning with them and came back, and then everybody kind of decided they didn't want to do much, so I grabbed lunch and went home, and it was nice that I really didn't drink all that much, because I was able to still go home and have a productive day after that. Like, I worked out, I filmed my YouTube video from last week that day, and I did other homework on top of that. So the workout that I did that day was a glutes and ab workout from a YouTube channel called Growing Bananas. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'll link it below. And I've really been liking this person's YouTube channel and the workout videos that she posts on there, because first of all, they're very challenging, which is fun, and they come in very rapid succession. Like, each workout is probably 30 seconds to a minute long, and she has like a timer going the entire time on the screen. And then she also has a progress bar on the screen that tells you what percentage of the workout is finished, which is really nice to see. It's really motivating. And also, you don't have to do this video with sound. Like, she doesn't talk at all or anything like that. So I actually like putting the video on silent and just doing it that way. So I've been doing a couple of videos of hers this week. So like on Monday, I did another one of her workouts, except this one was a HIIT and abs workout. It'll also be linked down below. This one was probably the hardest workout video that I've done from YouTube so far. I think I'm probably going to go back to that video every couple of weeks or so, because I think that it might be a good workout to really see the progress that I'm making with these workouts and with this challenge. So I'm excited for that. As far as the rest of Monday goes, Monday was probably my favorite day of the week last week. It was kind of a reset day. I went and got coffee at a coffee shop. I got an iced mocha, and it was really good. And having that caffeine in me really got me motivated to get things done. Like, I edited and posted my YouTube video from last week. I did some homework. I went home and cleaned my apartment and worked out. I made myself some buffalo chicken dip that I end up eating throughout the rest of the week. And I paid a lot more attention to drinking and eating that day. I went above my goal of eating 3 times a day. I actually ate 4 times that day. And I got finished with drinking the water that I needed to pretty early in the day, so that I was able to actually drink more than usual and more than I needed to. So I felt really good that day with everything, which is really good, because Tuesday was absolutely chaotic. Work was a lot. Work was really busy on Tuesday, and I didn't walk into work that day knowing that. There were just a lot of things that kept on popping up throughout the day that took my attention away from things that I had been planning on working on. Because of that, and also because the weather was so freaking nice outside, I decided to go on a run after work. And that was really cool, because since starting school, I have not had that level of motivation to go do anything after a shift at work. I've just been like too busy and too drained. So it's cool to see the way that this challenge is helping in that way. That's kind of this like weird thing where working out and spending more energy is actually making me want to spend more energy more regularly. I went on that run and it was really nice because it helped me to kind of clear my mind, and it helped me to kind of get the rest of that like nervous, chaotic energy out that was left over from work. I ended up running close to 4 miles that day, and it was a good 4 miles, and I was still under my 45-minute time limit for working out. So I decided that I would spend the last like 10 minutes that I still needed to work out for doing a stairs workout. There's like a really big staircase at the park that I go run at, so I ran up that once and got to the top and still needed to run for a couple minutes, and that was pretty brutal, but in a good way. I was definitely really tired after that, and it was a good workout. So then on Wednesday, I had a really busy day because I had a homework assignment last week where I had to go to a museum and then write a paper to critique one of the exhibits that they had on display. And Wednesday morning was the only day that I could do that, so I spent my morning doing that, and then I came home and made lunch and got ready for class and the rest of my day, and I also worked out. And between that being a really busy day and also the really hard workout that I did the last couple of days, I needed something easy and to just kind of give me a break from my busy day. So I decided to do like a 45-minute yoga / stretching session, and the video that I chose was nice because it also kind of had like a meditation element in it. So not only was it helping me to make my body recover, but it was also helping me to recover a little bit mentally and emotionally as well. And then Thursday was a pretty normal day. After using Wednesday as kind of a recovery day, I was feeling really good again on Thursday, and so I decided to do another HIIT workout, and that was really good. It also helped me to get a bit of energy that I still needed to get out from the day. And then Friday was another unexpectedly busy day. I ended up getting out of work 2 hours late, but I had already invited friends over to my place that night, so I didn't have much time in between those two things. So I decided to fall back on a workout video that I have already followed previously, which I will link down below. It's a Pilates video that has been really challenging for me to do, but at the same time doesn't make me like too sweaty or anything, which is what I needed since I was having friends come over really soon and wouldn't have time to really like shower and stuff before they came over. And then I actually worked out every day this week. I was thinking about not working out on Saturday because I had a really long drive on Saturday. This week is spring break, so on Saturday I drove from school to my parents' house, which is about a 9-hour drive. And I would have just skipped my workout that day and made that my rest day, but I figured that doing a workout before I left in the morning would actually wake me up a little bit, so that's what I did. The workout that I did was all right. It was supposed to be like a full body workout, but for some reason there were so many burpees involved to the point that like anytime I was supposed to do burpees, I just picked something else to do. But besides that, like I was glad that I did that workout before I left. It really helped me to stay awake during my drive, especially considering that I didn't get to go to bed as early as I wanted to the night before because I had planned on packing in between work and my friends coming over, but because work ran long, I ended up having to like shower and pack and do all of that stuff after they already left. But it was fine and everything worked out the way it was supposed to. For the food that I ate this week, again, I decided not to include it in every day because it'll be probably really boring and you probably don't want to sit through that. And also I just didn't take pictures of everything I ate because it was just a really busy week, and I would start eating something and then halfway through realize I didn't take a picture of it. So yeah, I'll just give you the highlights. Like I said earlier, I made some buffalo chicken dip this week, and it's like surprisingly good because the recipe that I use, it only uses 5 ingredients, and one of them is canned chicken. It also has ranch and hot sauce, a package of cream cheese, and shredded cheddar cheese. And you mix all that together in a pot on the stove, and then once it all melts, you put it into a like a casserole dish and stick it in the oven for a little bit, and it comes out all nice and like crusted on top. I've had a revelation recently that taking the time to buy fresh carrots and peel them yourself and chop them up yourself are so much better than buying the baby carrots at the store. And that has really helped me to start eating more vegetables and more carrots specifically. Another thing I really enjoyed from this week was going to coffee shops and getting mochas. That's been my drink of choice recently, is an iced mocha, because I have a little bit of a caffeine sensitivity, and getting a mocha is a little bit less caffeinated than just like a regular cup of coffee or a latte or something. So it's enough to help me stay awake and focus a little bit better, but not enough that it's gonna give me anxiety for the entire rest of the day. Whenever I order something at a coffee shop like that, I also might order like a pastry, or I'll like bring a little snack with me too, and just chill there for a couple hours and do homework or edit videos or whatever. And it always makes doing work a lot more fun. I've also been on a really big spinach kick recently. I've been having a lot of spinach salads. So the two that I've been having this week are spinach with avocado and either salmon or chicken tenders that I cut up. It's just something that is really easy and quick to make, and it tastes really good, and I still feel at least semi-healthy eating it if I decide to go with the chicken tenders. Not every meal has to be perfect, but at least it's helping me to get the nutrients that I need, and it's helping me to stay on top of the diet that I am holding myself to in this challenge, which is to eat 3 times a day. I'm also still deep in my clementine and breakfast bar phase. It has really helped me to just grab breakfast on the go in the morning, because breakfast is the meal that I struggle with the most, because I'm really not a morning person and I never leave myself enough time in the morning to actually make breakfast and eat it before I leave. So it's just something that's really easy for me to grab on my way out the door and then eat it once I get to work. As far as my water intake this week, drinking water is still my biggest challenge for some reason. I'm still letting it go until like the very end of the day, and I still am like parched throughout the day, but for some reason like can't get myself to remember to actually drink water. But there have been days that I've been better at it, especially that day that I had to drive back to my parents' house. I made sure that I packed plenty of water and snacks before I left, and drinking and snacking on stuff actually really helped me to stay awake on my drive home, along with the audiobook that I was listening to. Other than that, I just need to come up with a better strategy for getting myself to drink more water. And if anybody has any recommendations, then let me know in the comments below, because I need help. With drinking alcohol this week, like I said, on Sunday I went to St. Patrick's Day parade and I drank a little bit there. But after that, since it was in the morning, I came home and made sure I stayed hydrated the rest of the day, and I was actually still like really productive the rest of the day. So I didn't really drink that much. And then I drank 2 other times this week, so I drank a lot more than usual this week, but those other 2 times I only had 1 drink each time. One day was whenever I had all of my friends over on Friday, and then the other was the next day after I had driven home. I went over to a friend's house and we went out to a bar and just got a drink together. But other than that, during the week, like after night class and stuff, I wasn't really missing it. I decided to try a new drink from Trader Joe's this week. It was like a lemon strawberry apple cider vinegar drink, and it was really good. The next time I go to Trader Joe's, I'm about to buy like 5 more. That was really good, and I could see using that as kind of like a substitute for drinking even like whenever I'm hanging out with friends. And then for the reading this week, I'm still finishing up the book from last week called Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I'm almost done with it though. I'm probably gonna finish it this week while I'm home on spring break. I think I'm gonna listen to the audiobook version of the last book in this series because I have that 9-hour drive back to school next week. So I'm gonna have to find a new book to read after this. And I don't really have any ideas at this point, so if anybody has any book recommendations, let me know. This part of the challenge has had some surprising results that I wasn't expecting beforehand, but that I'm grateful for since. I have definitely watched a lot less TV since I have started reading, which is nice. I talked last week about my struggle with going to bed later because I was still watching the same amount of TV and then tacking reading on to the end of that. And this week I've gotten a lot better at just not watching as much TV and reading instead. And so I've actually been starting to go to bed a little bit earlier than usual. Overall, this week it was really interesting to see how I navigated doing the 75 soft challenge with how busy I was this week in a way that I'm not used to, with like the traveling and the packing and work running over and things like that. And also with the newness of starting this challenge starting to wear off. And I'm glad that I'm still able to keep up with it because I have already started to see the positive results from working out and like eating more and drinking more. The biggest thing that I've been noticing is that my energy levels are so much better. And I think that that's mostly because I've started working out routinely again. I haven't had that kind of structure in a long time, and I think that just like my body and my mind are responding very positively to that. I've started like feeling myself like craving a workout, especially if I get really stressed out or I feel really anxious. Like I feel like I just want to transfer that to some sort of like physical movement. And when I do that, I feel a lot better afterwards. I've already started to kind of view workouts as a way of like, for lack of a better phrase, like self-care. And it's something that I feel that I'm doing for myself and not anybody else. And it's like something that I get to kind of like reward myself with. Like I did all this stuff for work and I did all this stuff for class. So now I get to spend this 45-minute block of time doing something for myself and for my body that I'm going to feel the benefits from in the present. One last thing that I've really liked from doing this challenge and doing YouTube in general so far that I'll end with is I have really liked filming and then going back and editing these videos and learning how to do all of that, because that is one of the main reasons that I even started doing this in the first place. And it's something that I find myself looking much more forward to than even some of my class stuff. So it has kind of become a bit of a form of stress relief. It's just something that I feel like I can spend hours working on and I don't really get tired of doing it. And it's always really fun to find something like that. And I hope that that sort of motivation and feeling sticks around. So if you enjoyed watching this video and you'd like to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more. Until then, I will see you guys next time.